Well, hi, I'm Carl, and welcome to Adventures in Camping. Today, we're going to talk about safety. Safety's always last. So if you're out in the field, you don't have an area that keeps other people out, away from where you're doing your cutting of your firewood and other objects. I'm working alone, so I don't have as much of a problem. But if you have a group, you need to really think about some safety so that you don't accidentally hit somebody with an axe. That would ruin your day and theirs. So today we're going to talk about what we refer to with the boys, with Royal Rangers, as a cut and chop area. But this really goes for anybody. It goes for anyone with any kind of a group camping situation. This is really good idea for you to think about. And another thing to consider when you're setting up an area as your cut and chop area or as your Toolcraft area, whatever you want to call it, woodcraft, bushcraft, hurt yourself area. You need to think about your tools. And laying them on the ground, you know as well as I do, is a bad idea. So I'm going to show you a quick, easy stand to put them on so that you can keep them off of the ground and have an appointed place for them to be during the day while you're using them. I'll show that to you in a little bit. Stick with me. So here I am in an area that I want to use as my Toolcraft area. So what I want to do is I want to take my largest tool, or my tool with the longest handle. Then I'm going to hold it like this, and I want to swing it around me. All right, 360 degrees all the way around. I want to make sure that I know the perimeter of the area. Then I'm going to rope it off. By swinging that around, it ensures that I have a safe area not to hit anything, and it also ensures that I make a large enough area so that I can safely use an axe and not come into contact with other things like human bodies.
I'm using a parang style machete made by Marbles. First I'm pointing out the stick, and then I'm cleaning up that end so that I can drive it into the ground so it doesn't split. The machete seems to work pretty well. I like it. Got a lot of extra weight at the end, kind of like the kukri. Worked well. Now I'm driving that stake into the ground. This is going to be a post for what we would refer to as a gate. See, I'm making a loop in the rope, and then that's going to cross where the path goes so that prevent anybody from going in. Now I'm going to put a clove hitch around that tree and the next tree. Now I'm making this because it's going to be a form of a gate as well. Anywhere I want to take that rope down, I want to make some way of taking the rope down without having to take everything apart. The purpose of this rope is completely for the cut and chop area. So everything's going to stay up, but where I want access, either for the Rokon or for something else like carrying logs in with the Rokon, I want to be able to take these ropes down to access the area. Oops, I ran out of rope. Well, I'll just tie a sheet bend in this, and that'll keep it together, and I can continue on with my business. Knowledge of knots is a very important thing when you're looking at any activity in the woods. Now I'm running this rope completely around the area, and if you notice, I have made a very large area because I'm not sure how much of that area I'm going to use. I'd rather have more than not enough. And if I have a group camping situation, I may want to cut it in half and create two cut and chop areas, which makes it safe for two people to cut at the same time. As you may have noticed, around most of the trees, I used a clove hitch that ensured that it doesn't come loose. Especially where I'm going to have that area that is set up to be able to take the rope down. Now I'm going to end it with a clove hitch as well, and 2 half hitches. And once that's done, all I have to do is pick up that other end and put it over the end of the post, and that's my gate.
Now, for lessons on how to lash, I'm going to post a video so you don't have to waste time watching this, and you can see how to make some of the lashing that I'm going to use. So first we're going to start with the tripod. So if you're interested in tripod lashing and you need to know how to do it, I have a video on that in the lashing series. You want to think about the height of how tall your longest tool is going to be. So my longest tool is going to be this axe. So I want it probably right around there.
I could use diagonal lashing, but in this case I think I'm going to use square lashing. Remember, square lashing, you start with a clove hitch. You make 3 wraps in the square pattern, then you make 3 fraps, and with us, we end it with a square knot. Why? Because I think a square knot is a better way to end it than trying to end it with a clove hitch. Clove hitches come loose. Square knots usually don't. I did not notch these poles out like I would have liked to, and I may come back and redo that because I think that it makes a better, stronger attachment. But this is a good, quick example.
So now is when you need to think about your shortest tool. So my shortest tool is going to end right here, so I want to put a pole going along here. About even with that little white spot.
The lower bar needs to be set so that the bottom part of the handle strikes against it and it doesn't fall through. That will keep everything in place. This creates a nice, simple setup as a tool rack. Should try it. Works great.
Well, and there you have it, my tool rack. You can do it, it's easy. And this way you can keep your tools off the ground. And there you go, a Toolcraft area that will prevent other people from getting hurt, and maybe yourself, and a tool rack that keeps your tools off the ground. Remember, be ready or be a victim to circumstances. Y'all come back now, you hear? Check out some of these videos that I'm posting. Subscribe, hit the bell icon, and you'll be notified when I put out a new video. And also, you're welcome to share these videos.